Let fame, that all hunt after in their lives, live registered upon our brazen tombs. Then, grace us in disgrace of death, when in spite that cormorant devouring time, the honor that this present breath may buy, that shall bait his sigh's keen edge and make us heirs to all eternity. Therefore, brave conquerors, for so you are, that wage war against your own affections and against the huge army of the world's desires, our late edict shall stand strongly in force. Navarre shall be a wonder of the world, our court a little academe, still and contemplative in living art. You two, Barone and Longville, have pledged for 3 years' time to live with me, my fellow scholars, and to subscribe yourselves to the statutes that are recorded in this schedule here. Your oaths are passed, now subscribe your names, that by his own hand may strike his honor down that violates the smallest branch herein. If you are armed to do as sworn to do, subscribe to your devotes, and keep it too.
I am resolved. 'Tis but a 3 years' fast. The mind shall banquet, though the body pine. Fat paunches have lean pates, and dainty bits make rich the ribs, but bankrout quiet the weights.
So much, dear liege, I have already sworn, that is, to live and study here 3 years. But there are other strict observances, as not to see a woman in that term, which I hope well is not enrolled there, and 1 day in a week to touch no food, and but 1 meal on every day besides, the which I hope is not enrolled there. And then, to sleep, of 3 hours in the night, and not be seen to wink of all the day, when I was wont to think no harm all night, and make a dark night too of half the day, the which I hope is not enrolled there. Oh, these are barren tasks, too hard to keep. Not to see ladies, study, fast, not sleep.
Your oath is passed to pass away from thee.
Let me say no, my liege, and if you please, I only swore to study with your grace, and stay here in your court for 3 years' space.
You swore to that, Barone, and to the rest.
By yea and nay, sir, that I swore in jest. What is the end of study, let me know?
Why, that's to know which else we should not know.
Things hid and barred, you mean, from common sense?
Aye, that is study's godlike recompense.
Come on then, I will swear to study so, to know the thing I am forbid to know. To study, where I well may dine, when I to feast expressly am forbid. Or study, where to meet some mistress fine, when mistresses from common sense are hid. Or, having sworn too hard at keeping oath, study to break it, and not break my troth. If study's gains be thus, and this be so, study knows that but yet it doth not know. Swear me to this, and I will ne'er say no.
These be the things that hinder study quite, and train our intellects in vain delights.
Why, all delights are vain, and the most vain which with pain purchased doth inherit pain. As painfully to pore upon a book to seek the light of truth, while truth the while doth falsely blind the eyesight of his look. Light, seeking light, doth light of light beguile. So ere you find where light in darkness lies, your light grows dark by losing of your eyes. Study me, how to please the eye indeed, by fixing it upon a fairer eye, who, dazzling so, that I shall be his heed, and give him light that it was blinded by. Study is like the heaven's glorious sun, that will not be deep searched with saucy looks. Small have continual plodders ever won, save base authority from others' books. These earthly godfathers of heaven's lights that give a name to every fixed star have no more profit of their shining nights than those who walk and wot not what they are. Too much to know is to know not but fame, and every godfather can give a name.
How well he's read to reason against reading.
Proceeded well. To stop all good proceeding.
The spring is near when green geese are breeding.
How follows that?
Fit in his place and time.
in reason nothing.
Something then in rhyme.
Barone is like an envious sneaping frost that bites the firstborn infants of the spring.
Well, say again. Why should proud summer boast before the birds have any cause to sing? Why should I joy in an abortive birth? At Christmas I no more desire a rose than wish a snow in May's newfangled shows. But, like of each thing that in season grows.
Well, sit you out, Barone. Go home. Adieu.
No, good my liege. I have sworn to stay with you, and though I have for barbarism spoke more than for that angel knowledge I confess, yet confident, I'll keep what I have sworn and bide the penance of each 3 years' day. Give me the paper, let me read the same, and to the strictest decrees, I'll write my name.
How well this yielding rescues thee from shame.
Item, that no woman shall come within a mile of my corpse. Had this been proclaimed?
4 days ago.
Let's see the penalty. On pain of losing her tongue. Who devised such a penalty?
Married. That did I.
Good sir, and why?
To fright them. Hence with that dread penalty.
A dangerous law against gentility. Item, if any man be seen to speak with a woman within the term of 3 years, he shall endure such public humiliation as the rest of the court can possible devise. This article, my liege, yourself must break, for well you know here comes an embassy, the French king's daughter with yourself to speak, a maid of grace and complete majesty, about surrender up of Aquitaine to her decrepit, sick, and bedrid father. Therefore, this article is made in vain, or vainly come the myriad princess hither.
Well, what say you, lords? Why, this was quite forgot.
So study evermore is overshot, and while it doth study to have what it would, it doth forget to do the thing it should. And when it hath the thing it hunteth most, 'tis one as towns with fire, so won, so lost.
We must of force dispense with this decree. She must lie here out of mere necessity.
Necessity will make us all forsworn 3,000 times within this 3-year space. For each man with his affects is born, not by might mastered, but by special grace. If I break faith, this word alone shall speak for me. I am forsworn on mere necessity. So to the laws at large I write my name, and he that breaks them in the least degree stands in attainder of eternal shame. Suggestions are to other as to me, but I do believe, though I seem so loath, I am the last that will last keep his oath. But is there no quick recreation granted?
Aye, that there is. Our court, you know, is haunted with a refined traveller of Spain, a man of all the world's new fashions planted, who doth them into phrases in his brain, a man who by the music of his own vain tongue doth ravish like enchanting harmony, a man of compliments whom right and wrong have chosen as umpires of their mutiny. This child of fancy, this armado height, shall for interim to our studies shall relate the high-born words, the worth of many a night. From tawny Spain, lost in world's debate. How you delay, my lords, I know not I, but I protest, I love to hear him lie, and I would use him for my minstrelsy.
Armado is a most illustrious wight, a man of fire new words, fashion's own knight.
He and Costard the swain shall be our sport. And so, to study 3 years is but short.
Which is the Duke's own person?
This is he. What was?
I myself reprehend his own person, for I am his grace's Barbara. But I would see his own person in flesh and blood.
This is he.
Signor commends you There's villainy abroad. This letter will tell you more.
Sir, the contempt server is touching me.
No, a letter from the magnificent Armado.
How low soever the matter, I hope in God for high words.
A high hope for a low heaven. God grant us patience.
To hear or forbear hearing.
To hear meekly, sir, or to laugh moderately, or to forbear both.
Oh, may the style give us cause to climb in the merriment.
The matter is to me, sir, as concerning Jacquinetta, the manner of it is I was taken with the manner.
In what manner?
In the manner and form following, sir, all those three. I was seen with her in the manor house, sitting with her upon the form, and taken following her into the park, which put together is in manner and form following. Now, sir, as for the manner, it is the manner of a man to speak to a woman, for the form in some form.
And for the following, sir.
I shall follow my correction, sir, and God defend the right.
Will you hear this letter with attention?
Oh, as we would hear an order.
Such is the simplicity of a man to hearken after the flesh.
Great deputy, the Wilkins vicegerent and sole dominator of Navarre, my soul's earth's god and body's fostering patron.
Not a word of custard yet.
So it is,
So it may be so, but if you say it were so, he is in truth telling. But so.
Peace.
Be to me and any man who dares not fight.
No words.
Of other men's secrets, I beseech you.
So it is besieged. With sable-colored melancholy, I did commend the black physic of thy most wholesome air, and as I am a gentleman, betook myself to walk. The time when, about the 6th hour, when beasts most graze, birds best pack, and men sit down to that nourishment which is called supper. So much for the time when. Now for the ground, which I mean I walked upon. It is yclept thy park. Then to the place where I did see the most obscene and preposterous event that draweth from my snow-white pen that ebon-colored ink which thou now viewest, beholdest, surveyest, or seest. There I did see in that place where is standeth north northeast by the west quarter of the south quarter of that curious not a garden. There I did see that low-spirited swain, that base minnow of thy mirth,
Me?
that unlettered small knowing soul,
Me?
that shallow vassal,
Still me?
which I remember hight custard.
Me.
Sordid, constorted, contrary to thy established proclaimed edict and continent canon, wherewith he was taken with passion I say he was taken with
A wench.
the child of our grandmother Eve. a female, or for thy more sweet understanding, a woman! Him as I, my ever-esteemed duty pricks me, have held thee and sent him to receive the need of punishment by thy sweet grace officer, Anthony Dull, a man of good repute, carriage, bearing, and estimation.
Me, and shall please you. I am Anthony Dull.
For Jacquinetta, so it is the weaker vessel which I apprehended with the aforesaid swain. I keep her as a vessel of thy law's fury, and shall, at the least of thy sweet notice, bring her to trial. Thine in all heart-burning heat of devotion and duty, Don Adriano de Armado.
Oh, this is not so much that I had hoped for, but the best that ever I heard.
Aye, the best for the worst. Sirrah, what say you to this?
Sir, I confess the wench.
Did you not hear the proclamation?
Oh, I do confess much of the hearing of it, but little of the marking of it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment to be taken with a wench.
I was taken with none, sir. I was taken with a damsel.
Well, it was proclaimed a damsel.
This was no damsel neither, sir. She was a virgin.
Why it is so very too, for it was proclaimed a virgin.
If it were, I deny her virginity. She was a maid.
This maid will not serve your turn, sir.
This maid will serve my turn, sir.
I pronounce your sentence. You will fast a week with bran and water,
I would rather pray a month with mutton and porridge.
and Don Armado will be your keeper. Briana, see Deliverer, and go we men to put in practice that which each to other hath so strongly sworn.
I'll lay my head to any goodman's hat. These oaths and laws will soon prove an idle scorn. Sirrah, come on.
I would suffer for the truth, sir. For it is true that I was taken with Jacquinetta, and Jacquinetta is a true girl. And therefore, welcome to sour cup of prosperity, of which you may one day smile again. And until that day, sit thee down, sorrow.
Wow.